It's time for Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO Radio, AM 1340, and also online at KSMORadio.com. Salem Tiger Sports is proudly brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, K&H Auto Supply, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto Supply, the Salem Memorial District Hospital, Town & Country Bank, Fairground Auto Plaza, Your Community Health, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Salem Farm Equipment, Knight Auto Care, Progressive Ozark Bank, Edward Jones, Fleming Variety, the City of Salem, Town & Country Insurance, Larson Collision Center and Rental Cars, Tax Masters, Common Grounds Bistro, Farmers Insurance, Looking Glass Salon, Haven Motors, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Whitaker Building Supply, Victor Heating and Cooling, Quick Tan, VIP Real Estate, Rainbow Siding, SBU of Salem, Dr. Emmett Reary DOC, Mowbray Excavating, D&D Supply, American Family Insurance, Conway Construction, and Your World Today. Now Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO Radio and online at KSMORadio.com.
And welcome Salem High School football field. Stan Stevens and Rick Hoy with you on this SCA contest. And it's an autumny night as we get ready for this game right here on KSMO and on Fidelity Local 6. Well, as the season comes nearer and nearer to an end, Rick, every game means so much. And tonight, the Salem Tigers and the Mountain View Liberty Eagles will tangle. This does have no meaning in the SCA whatsoever. Neither team really has a chance of winning, and Ava's all on top of that one with an undefeated record. So with 2 games left and Salem with 3 losses, they're obviously out. Mountain View would have to have a miracle to get a tie, and so they would have to beat Salem tonight and win next week with Ava losing both games. I just don't think the Bears are going to lose a game this year in the SCA.
I agree with you. I don't either, Stan. I don't see anybody being able to upset the Bears at this game.
At this stage. So it seems like the conference race right now is virtually kind of being given to Ava, but that doesn't mean that the district standings are being affected because it's a whole different ball game. And right now, the Salem Tigers, with that loss at Mountain Grove, Rick, they're not going to get out of that 5th position unless basically a miracle happens. Because we play teams that are just too small, while both St. James and Eldon above us play larger schools. And so right now, the Tigers have to look at hoping that St. James actually falls back to possibly host a game in Week 10 because we beat St. James. That would allow us to host that Game 10 here at Salem because we head-to-head we beat them. We beat them.
Wow.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But that's what has to happen. So the Salem Tigers desperately need to get this win here tonight. They need to get back on the right track. They got Kabul next week and senior night. And in all honesty, Rick, we got a slippery turf tonight. Anybody missed autumn, they got a good taste of it today.
It definitely did change in a hurry, didn't it?
No doubt about it. So the Salem Tigers, it's pink out night. And if you're watching on TV, you'll notice they have the pink socks on the players tonight. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the Salem Memorial District Hospital, along with the Salem Football Tigers and the entire community of Salem, working on that pink out night tonight. Unfortunately, the weather, we don't have as large a crowd as we would like, but if you're joining us, we hope you will enjoy the contest on KSMO and on Fidelity Local 6. The captains are out there for the coin toss. The Tigers have suffered a kind of a loss, though, Ricky, as they will not have Sam Ball with them.
Yeah, you're right, Stan. It's kind of an unfortunate deal, like you say, that we won't have Sam maybe for not only this game, but we may not have him again for next year or next week. I'm sorry. But so I know the Tigers are a little bit nicked up. I think that we've got some other stuff going on, like you say, that with stuff going on with maybe some infection and stuff like that. That kind of affected the whole team right now, Stan. Because like I say, they have got some injuries. They have got, like you say, some infections and stuff going on. So there's just kind of a lot of stuff going on with the Salem Tiger bunch right now.
But when you're missing your leading tackler, it really makes a big difference. And kind of one of your big leaders on the team, with Sam Ball, he is sidelined and he will not be playing tonight. So the Tigers are missing a key ingredient to their team. And I won't say he's the glue that holds it together, but he's pretty much a good sealer.
Yeah, you're right, Sam. Because just like you said, I mean, he is the team. He was the team leader on this team. So somebody's got to step up and take that responsibility. Whether whoever it may be, but somebody's got to step up for Sam here tonight.
Well, tonight was homecoming, and Kristen Golden was named the homecoming queen. Congratulations for Kristen, and we congratulate the entire homecoming court tonight on a damp night coming across the field. Probably not the most exciting thing you want to have.
As we had the PA announcer come talk to us.
Show us his headlights.
Truly a Cyclops.
Yeah, truly a headlight. Anyway, we hope all of you enjoy the game tonight. SCA play between Mountain View and Salem. And we do want to tell you that Purcell Farms, with Renee and Lindsay, all the Purcell family wish to support the Salem Tigers, not only athletically but academically. Go Big Blue from Purcell Farms and Conway Construction. If you're building a new home, a new business, or just putting on a room, changing out your roof, maybe you need a concrete work done on your property or deck, they can do all of that and so much more. That's right. No job is too small for Conway Construction, LLC, 247-6468, or Jake, 247-4174. Call Randy and talk to him about a free estimate. Well, Nick Holiday will be kicking off, and I know Nick couldn't have felt any worse than he did after that game at Mountain Grove. And after, really he had besides the miss of the field goal, the extra point wasn't his fault. That was a bad snap. But, that onside kick to start the second half couldn't have been any better.
No, yeah, you're right. It was there, Stan. It just didn't, just didn't get it.
Yeah, the holding penalty hurt, and we got down to the 4-yard line, and, things start changing in a big hurry.
Sure.
So Holiday ready to kick it off, and he does. He kicks it deep, and that ball's going to go near the end zone, taken there, and stepping into the end zone, though, for the Mountain View Liberty Eagles, and bringing that ball out to about the 15-yard line for Mountain View. He wears number 7. And we had number 14, excuse me.
Okay.
No, we don't have a number 14, at least not showing up on our roster. Anyway, Jarvis Ackland will be a quarterback.
Tanner Marshall, Stan.
Right.
For 14.
Anyway, he'll be flanked on each side by 2 would-be runners. He's going to hand that ball off up the middle, and a big gain right off the bat, running up the middle of the field for a gain of about maybe 5. Was number 5 for Mountain View Liberty Eagles, and that is Zeb Fordman.
Yep.
Back to throw Ackland. He'll do this quite a bit. He throws it out, completes it to his big 6'4" receiver out there, number 12, and that is Andrew Holden. Holden is a big kid, Rick, and that's going to be enough for a first down, a gain of about 7.
Okay.
So I really do expect, even with the wet conditions, them to throw the ball out. They give it to Corman again, and Corman races up the middle for another 5. Nothing fancy.
Oh, just take the snap and hand it to him, Stan.
They played 50 seconds, and they've gained about 20 yards already out to the 30, near the 35-yard line. They go no huddle in Mountain View, so you have to just stay with it. And again, they stay flanked. Ackland does in the pistol. Time he gets it off to number 44, and he stays on his feet trying to cut back against the grain, and he'll get the first down, Rick. Real nice run by Seth Stevens. Stevens gets about 6. That'll be a first down. And that'll be out to near the 39-yard line.
Yeah. Out there, Stan, by Garrett Connell.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ackland wants to throw. Looking short, fires it out, gets it to Holden, I think, and he'll get all the way inside the 45-yard line. Holden will get a gain there, Rick, of about 15 yards.
Okay.
Maybe 16, but still a good throw and catch. And, boy, we talked about him earlier before the game, Rick. They have him at 6'4", 185. He looks more like about 6'4" and 245. He's a big kid.
He's a big kid, yeah.
Ackland will roll to his left, looking downfield, has a man wide open. He hits a the receiver on the short end, and that's at about the 36-yard line, a gain of 8 yards. That pass out to number 4, and that is Colton Foster. Foster did a little down and out and then came back in. These guys do very quick patterns.
True.
And they're fast. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Staying in that pistol. Harris Ackland will give it to Cornman. Cornman up the middle, and he'll get very close to a first down, Rick. I think he's shy by about a foot.
Okay.
Bring up 3rd down and 1. Gain of about 2. Coach Ackland from the sideline makes the play calls. They're taking a little bit of time here on this 3rd and 1.
And they go, like you say, they just don't huddle up. They just get the signs from the coach and get the play in. That's how they do it.
Foster to the left, Holden to the right. Ackland will throw. Fires it out again to Foster. He's got it for the first down at the 31-yard line. That's easy pickings right there.
That's easy.
Gain right there is 6 yards and a first down. The hardest thing about trying to defend in this wet turf, Rick, is trying to stop. When you're packing up and then try and make a divot push.
Try to come back. Yeah.
Very difficult. So the offense guy knows where he wants to go.
True.
They hand that ball off. Up the middle, big gain, and running down to the sideline to the 10, the 5, and a touchdown. All the way from the 30-yard line, number 44, Seth Stevens. He goes in, and it's Mountain View Liberty Eagles jump on top by a score of 6-0.
30 yards out, right?
30-yard run.
Okay. There was a wide open hole up the middle, wasn't there?
And then he bounced it to the outside, Rick.
Yep.
At the 8:56 mark of this first quarter, Stevens with that good run. Ackland will go for the point after. Snap is back, and the kick is up. He boots it good. It's straight as an arrow, and it's good. So Ackland with a point after, and it's quickly a 7-0 Mountain View lead. And, Rick, this is something we kind of feared would happen in this kind of conditions where you got to stop the pass, and now you've got to stop some pretty good runners.
Yep.
And the Tigers right now without their leading tackler, and we don't want to take anything away from the rest of the guys, but Sam Ball is just kind of a different player. He's dynamic, and he's kind of like an old-time football player. I just, Jack Lambert type. Show me the guy, let me hit him.
Yeah, he's the quarterback on defense, and you might say.
Yeah, it really is. So 8:56 mark. Stevens with a 30-yard run. They mixed up the pass and the run there, Rick, very well.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
7-0 for Mountain View. On a moist night. I don't know if rain really falling anymore, but Camden is deep down the middle for Salem.
He had 5 running play stands, four passing plays on that drive.
Dawson Mock off to the left. And we will see where they drive it right toward Mock, and the ball hits and actually goes between he and number 39, Adrian Gorman. And Tigers will be trapped down deep in their zone at about the 15-yard line. Sorry, I think that is actually Caden Kaufman. Brought that back.
Okay.
Excuse me. We're going to have some different guys in there than normal people you normally hear because of some of these injuries and the illness that Rick was alluding to. So the Tigers will go in the bone down 7-0 and back at their own 15-yard line. Rick, that ball hit and just skipped.
Yeah, it skipped right between them standing, and they had to pick that ball up because it was live.
Ray will be on the left tailback. White the right fullback, and Camden the right tailback. Give it to Caden Camden. Trying to turn to the outside. He and Mock will be going in and out. It'll be a gain of about 3.
Okay.
Out to about the 18-yard line. 2nd down and 7. We're in the first quarter. Mountain View walked down the field pretty convincingly, Rick.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Very impressive.
Straight or wide to the right side. Tigers stay in the bone as Newman goes under, gets it to the big fullback, but a flag went down. Flag went down in the backfield, and motion on Salem.
Yep.
So somebody made a little early movement, Rick, and that's going to cost the Tigers 5. Somebody moved early.
Yeah, just a little too quick.
That would have been a good run.
That was,
as White got through there. But the play had already been blown dead on the penalty. Tristan Newman at quarterback. Bounce line to the right side for the Salem Tigers. Long count here. And trying to give it off to Brandon White. He got hit right away. No gain, maybe a yard. He was able to spin and maybe pick up a yard or two. Tell you what, there's a lot of Mountain View Liberty Eagles up there.
Yeah.
Including number 62, Bob Booz. He jumped in there. He was the guy kind of at the bottom of that pile.
Wow.
So it'll be third down, about 11 and a half or so, Rick. Tigers go trips to the right. I'm sorry, trips to the left. No, trips to the right.
Yeah,
if
right.
they're looking that way. And Salem wants to run the ball. They try and go to the outside, and Newman keeps it, but he's not going to get enough for a first down. He'll get about 7. He had Gray with him. Thought he actually might hand that off.
I did too. I thought he might
Gray,
have pitched
but
that.
he did not. So a gain of about maybe 5 or 6 before he's knocked out of bounds right around the 20, a little past the 20-yard line. So Nick Holliday will come in, and he will punt. Dropping back deep is Zach Stretch for Mountain View. 6:45 and counting here in the first quarter. 7-0. Eagles on top. A big rush, and Holiday's going to fake it and run to the right side. He turns the corner. Holiday's still on his feet. He gets a first down and more as he gets out to the 37-yard line. They'll actually give him the 40, Rick.
Okay.
And a heck of a run of about 20 yards for Nick Holliday and a first down for the Salem Tigers.
I think it's his first carry of the year, Stan.
I believe it is. I'm not sure he really wanted to run it, Rick. But when they brought the end in,
There was nobody out there.
there.
It was a nice read by Nick.
And he took off, and Holliday got the first down and more, taking the ball out to the Tiger 40. 1st and 10. Again, Chandler Gray, Brandon White, and Camden in the backfield. They get that to White still on his feet and got a good pop to the chin after a gain of about 4. Tell you what, Seth Stevens with a good pop to him, Rick, right there.
Come up and popped it
Yeah,
pretty
he
good.
did. Second down, we'll call it 6 with 5:40 to go. 7-0 Mountain View. On a cool, moist, autumny day here in Denton.
Ooh.
Autumny. I don't know if that's really a word, but we're going to make it one.
Boy, has temperature changed, huh?
Yes, it has. Newman gives this one to Camden, and Camden doesn't get much, if anything. I don't think he got anything.
Okay.
Rick, could be no gain on that one. Hey, I do want to tell you, D&D Supplies and Service right across the street from Whitaker Building Supply can take care of your welding needs. They do fabrication of big trucks, tractors, loaders, and even have welding and steel supplies. If you need them to do something for you, call them at 729-2777. They can even do custom woodworking. That is your friends at D&D Supplies here in Salem, 729-2777. 2 receivers to the left side on 3rd and about 6. And they hand it off to Chandler Gray, and he's going to get a yard. That's it. Chandler stood up.
Ooh.
And big number 75 of Mountain View, and he's a big kid, man. He stood him down, and that is Lance Wilson. He's a senior. Lance, a big kid, though. He just grabbed on to Chandler and didn't let go.
Say, whoa, right here.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere, and he didn't.
So Holiday comes back out. We know they probably won't send that end in again.
and leave the side wide open.
Right on 4th and 5. Though they could throw the ball here.
Yeah, he could.
And the snap is back, and this time he is going to punt. Drives that one deep, and it's going to fall, take a bounce, and go sideways, and it will be
Good row.
stopped dead by the Tigers, very close to the 10-yard line. I want to say just inside the 10, at about the 9.5. And that's where Mountain View will start out, 1st and 10. Hey, I do want to tell you that for your family hair care needs at the Looking Glass Salon, perms, cuts, color, they can take care of all that and more. Make your appointment with Candy or Kathy at 729-3278. But walk-ins are always welcome at 802-6 C South Main. It's a Looking Glass Salon, 729-3278. Well, we always know Mountain View has a potent offense. There's always been their forte, and their defense has always been kind of their problem, and Salem moved a little bit early, and they're going to get hit with the offside. Salem Tigers, Rick, just getting a little bit early. Look like Aaron Pollard.
Yeah. Like they're going to call that on
call movement?
Yeah, don't come on.
Oh,
yep.
He was drawn off.
Yeah, he was drawn. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it looked like he was going to come in the middle stand. He may not have crossed the line of scrimmage, and it may have caused one of the Liberty players to kind of switch a little bit.
And let him move.
Yep.
Okay. So, very good. So, 1st and 15. And a handoff up the middle and running through and getting out across the 10-yard line. That's going to be number 14 of the I was going to say Panthers, but no better than that. Number 14, and
that was that Marshall.
Yeah, that Marshall kid. Tanner Marshall. There you go. They set up again, ready to throw the ball. But again, they hand it off. Big hole up the middle. And Seth Stevens gets out across the 25-yard line, all the way from about the, say 12-yard line. They're going to put him out the 26, a 14-yard gain, and a first down for Mountain View. Boy, Stevens is got the wheels on tonight, Rick. We've seen him run before, but looks like he's got a little extra spark to him.
He's got a little bit in there, hasn't he?
Something, man. He's got something in that tank. Ackland wants to throw. Fires it deep down the field to Holden. He's got it. Holden at the 40-yard line, and he's taken down in a last-minute tackle by the Tigers. He'll get down to 32. So we'll go all the way from the 26-yard line to the, let's see where they're going to finally spot him down with. I think it's going to be the 32. Let's see. 24 and 18. That's going to be 42 yards and a first down. That ball was thrown perfectly to Holden.
Yep, it was.
Good tackle made. I believe that was Mock over there making that tackle. But again, 1st and down 4. First and 10 for Mountain View. Seth Stevens again up the middle, and he'll pick up about 6. Newman got in there and helped out with that tackle, but the Tigers are just giving up way too much on first down.
Yeah. Can't get a stop to bring up a long yardage gimme.
2:30 left to go. 7-0 Mountain View. They're driving again. 2nd down and about 5. In that pistol. Getting to Seth Stevens up the middle, and Stevens still on his feet to the 20, and he'll get another first down. And all the way from the 27, we're going to say to the 19, and the first down of 8 yards.
Okay.
Tell you what, he is.
That kid's running hard, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He looks like a different player tonight than we've seen in the past. He's always had speed.
Yeah.
But he's running over people, Rick. Marshall back there with him for number 14. And they fake it. Ackland wants to throw again down into the end zone, and it's overthrown. Intended for Holden.
Okay. His first incompletion tonight, Stan.
Didn't miss by much.
No, he didn't. After Holden again, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. An incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10. They get that ball again, this time to Marshall. Marshall bounces off 2 guys, still on his feet, to about the 11-yard line. That's almost a 10-yard gain, Rick, about 9. That'll bring up 2nd and 1, or 3rd and 1, excuse me. Good run by Marshall. He just kind of tippy-toed his way to the outside. Give it to Stevens up the middle, and he dives for that 1 yard. I think he's close, man. I think he got it, but it all depends on the spot. They may not give it to him.
And they may got him for a loss.
I don't know how he got a loss. But
yeah, it looks to me like he lost 1.
Unless his knee went down behind there, Rick.
True, he could have slipped. And
Give it to Marshall. Marshall threw for a first down to the 6-yard line. he went off the left tackle, and left tackle's big number 77. Rick, I don't know who that is, but I'm telling you what, he's huge. Brandon Kanega, he looks about 6'6" and about 285, and he's big.
Big.
I say big, he's big. First and goal, ball at the 7-yard line. Give it to Marshall. Marshall up the middle. Marshall still on his feet to the 2-yard line. Tell you what, that young man's running hard.
Yeah, he is.
They bring up second and goal with 40 seconds left. Tanner Marshall, who wasn't even on our starting sheet. That's why we're kind of confused. That he's even out
where'd
there.
he come from? Yeah.
From the 2. Ackland gives it to Seth Stevens, and Stevens dives into the end zone. Touchdown, his second touchdown of the night, and it's 13-0 with 23 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Rick, all I can say is that was a very nice drive.
You're right.
All the way from their 5-yard line.
Yeah.
And
Not
the
a bad-
Tigers could not stop that running game
No.
or the passing game.
No, either one.
Stab is back. Ackland's kick is up. It looks good again, and it is. So Stevens this time a 2-yard touchdown run, his second touchdown of the night, and Ackland with a point after, and Rick, it's quickly a 14-0 Mountain View lead, and I can't really say that we didn't expect Mountain View to come out and throw the ball. We did.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure we expected them to have the running attack like we are seeing.
No, you're right, Stan. Like I said, because they've definitely ran the ball more than they threw the ball, and they've been successful at both of them. So if you can mix it up like that and have success on running and throwing, Stan, you might as well just keep doing it.
And I want to tell you, Haven Motors at 205 West Scenic Groves Boulevard in Salem has been providing beautiful vehicles for over 4 generations to the people of Salem and Dent County. Stop on by and check out the reliable cars and trucks and the great service at Haven Motors, 205 West Scenic Groves Boulevard, or call 729-8100. Try trading with Haven. Well,
Got an answer. We got an answer sometimes.
we have to do something offensively.
Yeah, we got an answer.
There's Ackle will kick it off. Tigers again canned in deep. Mock on the other side, and this time he kicks it. And taking that for the Salem Tigers, number 30. And coming up is Caden Kaufman. Kaufman goes across the field a long way, but didn't get a lot of forward motion. And he's at the 16-yard line before he's brought down. A lot of running, but a lot of east-west running, not north and south.
Sometimes you got to turn that up the field, huh?
Well, I think he kept looking for a hole, Rick, and there was none. 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tigers trail at 14-0 on 2 nice,
very impressive
drives
yeah.
by Mountain View. And tell you what, when you talk about Stevens, and in this game, Seth has really gone to a new level. Yeah, we have seen him in the past. Tigers will stay in the bone. They're going to have to open it up here, and they hand that ball off to Caden, and he'll get up to about the 24-yard line. That's a nice game, about 6.
That's the end of the quarter, Stan.
So Caden Camden gets up almost a gain of 7, and that ends the first quarter with the score, the Mountain View Liberty Eagles 14, the Salem Tigers nothing. We're going to come back in 1 minute with the second quarter. Right after this, you're listening to Tiger Football on KSMO. You're watching it on Fidelity Local 6.
Open a checking account today and get a free gift, and refer your family and friends and receive another appreciation gift free from Progressive Ozark Bank. Just open a checking account today. Progressive Ozark Bank makes switching banks easy with 3 great checking accounts to choose from. You'll also receive a new debit card the same day you open your account, issued instantly with no waiting. Plus, enjoy free internet banking, free mobile deposit, and free bill pay, and enroll in e-statements and even get cash back. So stop in today at Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
Well, you know, Rick, it's that time of year. And things start to get a little cooler, and you got football in the air, you got fall in the air, you've got leaves that'll be falling pretty soon. So enjoy the season because it's kicking into high gear this weekend. I can tell you that.
It is there.
Hand off to Chandler Gray. Big hole on the right side. He gets the first down. He breaks 2 tackles. Still on his feet to the 50, to the 40. They're not going to catch Chandler. He's going to score. And the Tigers on the first play of the second quarter go all the way from the 23-yard line. A 77-yard touchdown run for Chandler Gray, and the Tigers are on the board.
Well, Stan, I don't know how he broke out of those 2 tackles there, but he spun out of that, and then once he seen some green in front of him, Stan, he run off and left everybody from Mountain View from then on.
He hit that tackle, did a little spin move, Rick, and both of them bounced off.
It's kind of just dropped off on him.
Yeah, I'd never seen anything like that in my life. It's 2 guys.
They just kind of bounced off. Yeah.
Walk in a hold. Holiday in for the point after. First play of the second quarter. Snap is back. The kick is up. He drills it, and it is good. So the Salem Tigers on that first play of this second quarter, Rick, and that was a huge play. They needed that badly.
Yeah.
And Chandler Gray got through the line, hit the 2 linebackers, spun away, and then ran 77 yards, and no one, and I mean no one,
see you later.
Close.
Yeah, see you later.
That was a good run by Chandler,
yeah.
And a big run for the Salem Tigers. They needed that badly, and they have now cut the deficit to 14-7. Yeah. Both Rick and I were talking right after that quarter. I said, boy, Salem can't get some offense going here pretty soon. Mountain View should happen to do exactly what they did on their first 2 drives 2 more times in the second quarter. This could be a very ugly game in a big hurry. So
that's what we were talking about. But only one big play right there was Salem's big play to try to get some momentum going on their side. Now they hopefully the defense can come out and make a stop here and get the ball right back to the Salem Tigers.
That's just it, Rick. What we're talking about is not letting them get too far ahead, and then you just feel like you can't
catch up. Yeah, true.
So let's see what happens here. Holiday will kick it off. And he's ready, and he does. He kicks it deep, high and deep. And it goes over the head of Foster out of the end zone. He just watched that one. It looked like he kept going, Rick.
Yeah, it looked like it kind of took off on him, did it? I don't think he expected it to be like that. It just kind of took off on him.
Colton Foster looked like he was ready to field it, and he just kept sailing. So
that thing's over my head.
If you have needs for new guttering, let me tell you, your friends at Rainbow Siding and Gutter can take care of you. And you may be needing that this weekend. New construction work, they can do that. Windows, soffit, fascia, siding, garage doors, metal roofing, and more. All the estimates are free from your friends at Rainbow Siding and Guttering. 729-2697. And the handoff up the middle. Coming out with that one was Seth Stevens again.
Yeah.
No gain on that one. That's what we're talking about, Rick. Let that defense now come up. Maybe got to shine a little bit. There's Macklin wants to throw the ball. Looking to the right side, flips it out, and it's caught. Boy, I tell you, these guys run such good patterns. A gain of 8 yards to Foster. I'm sorry, not Foster, to number 22. Okay, we haven't seen him catch one yet. And that is Zach Stretch. Okay, you haven't seen that name before. That's a 9-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 1. Marshall and Stevens in the backfield. Macklin takes it himself, and he'll get the first down. Darris just went right up the middle for a gain of 2. And he should have it. And they do say yes, he does. A first down for Mountain View. That is their 7th first down this first half, Rick.
Efficient, huh?
Wow. Yeah, they have, as you mentioned, they have really mixed it up nicely.
Yeah, they have.
They've got the receivers to do it, the throwing, but these guys run pinpoint patterns. And the handoff again up to Seth Stevens, and he'll hit about another yard, maybe 2, depending on the spot.
Give him a couple, Stan.
Yep, let's give him 2, Ricky. Slide up to about the 33-yard line. 3 receivers in the pattern to the left side. Again, they stay in that pistol. Ackland wants to throw. Fires it across the middle. There's Foster. Has it on the slant. And no good tackling by Salem there at all. And a gain of about 15 yards and a first down. 3 guys went at him with a shoulder, Rick.
Yeah,
Nobody tried to wrap him up.
I've seen the same thing you did, Stan. And nobody actually tried to wrap him up at all. They were just trying to knock him down with the
shoulder. That doesn't work. Foster on the slant had all the momentum going his way, so they had to try and cut back. Here's Marshall. Little dip, doodle, and kind of got thrown down there after a gain of 2.5, maybe 3. Tanner Marshall coming out of nowhere here, Rick, to maybe show off some of his talents. They give him just 2. They spot his knee down at the 49-yard line with 9:35 to go in the half. 14-7, Mountain View on top. They're on their 3rd drive of the game. They've been impressive here. Ackland rolls to his right, looking deep, fires it deep with a flick of his wrist, and it's caught by Stretch at the 15-yard line. He's down to the 13. What a little flick of the wrist. And all the way down, 39-yard throw for another first down. Well, that wasn't effortless.
He just kind of flipped that out there, did he, Stan?
He did, and a nice catch by Stretch out there. Here's Marshall, gets hit in the backfield, and he's going to go down for a loss of about a yard, maybe 2. We'll see where they spot him down. They're going to move him back close to the 14, Rick. Okay, gain a loss of 1. Okay. Maybe, I say loss of 1. Yeah, there we go. Move the stick back there a little bit. Yeah, well, Salem read that one. They blitzed and went right into the hole that Marshall is.
Blitzed right into the play, didn't
I'm thinking something to Stevens right here. Rolling to his left is Ackland. Fires it out to the corner, and there's Holden, and he's got it for a touchdown. Boy, that kid is good. 14-yard touchdown pass to Holden from Ackland. And here in the second quarter, Mountain View responds quickly. Wow. At the 8:37 mark. 19-yard pass. Holden?
14, yeah. Was it 19?
14, you're right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. 14-yard pass from Ackland. Ackland in for the point after. Nav is back, and the kick is up and good. Ackland 3 for 3 on the point afters. Rick, what you can't teach is touch. And
he's got it.
He's got it. And I mean to tell you, you have to be impressed with Jarris Ackland. That pass to Stretch on the run, a flick of the wrist, and it's right on the money.
Yeah.
Boy, you have to.
Pretty good defense out there too, Stan.
It was good coverage.
It was good coverage out there, and he just laid it in there perfectly to Odin. Odin made a nice grab, never got a foot in bounds, Stanford to get for the touchdown.
I mean, and then the one to Stretch down
Stretch,
here too.
Stretch, yeah.
Holy cow! Anyway, Holden, the recipient of that 14-yard pass, and I'll tell you, Rick, it's just. I don't care if you're a football fan, you have to just be impressed with how Mountain View has moved the ball here in this game.
So they've done it that well, Stan, because if you look at that, like I say, they've they put the ball in the air, but they've also done an excellent job on the ground. As if we kind of look through the stats here, I mean they've got with Seth Stevens already got 68 yards. You got Tanner Marshall's already got 24 yards of rushing. So I mean, and of course we know what Ackland's done in the air. So they've kind of mixed it up and they've done real well.
Yeah, well they got way over 100, I would assume.
I'm assuming they are. Yeah.
42, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ackland will kick it off to the Tigers. He'll kick it toward Mock. Mock takes it at the 8, flips, almost goes down, but stays on his feet to the 6-yard line. Has a little bit of running room, and he gets hit at the 25. So he'll get nice return. of about 19 yards.
Well, that knee was close going
That
down.
knee was very close to going down, Rick.
Seen him slip, and I thought, oh, there's no way he can keep his knee off the ground, but he did.
Duncan Family Chiropractic at 216 West 3rd Street is a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. For your chiropractic needs, see Dr. Amber at Duncan Family Chiropractic. You can call her, 729-2321, or stop by 216 West 3rd Street. They'll be having a big announcement very soon. So be listening in for Duncan Family Chiropractic. Well, the Tigers, again, have to respond, Rick.
Yeah, they got to answer. I mean, that's all you can do, Stan. You've got to get the offense going here and respond.
Split backfield. They give it up to Gray. Gray will get a yard. He and Camden were the split backs. Brandon White not in for that set. Tigers will bring him back in.
Yeah, Brandon coming back in.
Went with that double tight end set. A gain of 1 with 8 minutes to go here in this half. 21-7 Mountain View. Trader coming wide to the left side. Tigers staying in the bone. White, Camden, and Gray in the backfield. Newman, a Salem Tiger quarterback. Keeps himself on the option. Ball comes out, and it's going to be picked up there by Mountain View.
Ooh, that ball coming out of there.
That ball flew out of his hand, Rick, and coming down with it was Seth Stevens.
Wow.
Right at the, well, let's say 34-yard line. So I don't know who knocked that ball out of Newman's hands, but it went straight up in the air. And Stevens with the fumble recovery at the 34.
Wow. Seen that ball come out of there. We got an injury on the field too, Stan. But that ball come out of there. It flew up in the air and went about probably 6 yards in the air. Did it?
Well, it went very high. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And that's at the 34-yard line. Well, Rick, that's something Tigers did not need, a turnover, especially this far in their own zone, when you know how well that they have really done a good job. And I'm sorry, I did not
Couldn't see who that
70 something.
Okay. I couldn't get the number either, Stan.
But he is walking off the field. A little help, but
putting some pressure on it. Yep. Might have been, is that Brett? 4? Not 10, for sure.
Taking him right to that hospital area, Rick.
Yep.
And you believe it is Brett 4.
Okay.
Now his back to Ackland. He gives that off to Stevens, trying to turn that corner. Has the corner and gets down to the 26-yard line. A nice run by Seth Stevens. Good recovery by the Salem Tigers to get over there. And try and knock him down was, for the Salem Tigers, Brendan Smith, but not until he got 7. Boy, Seth is just a different player.
Yep.
I don't know what got into him.
What we've seen in the past, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. Boy, he's
turned the corner.
He's done something tonight. Stab is back, faking his Ackland, flips it down for Foster in the corner. Too far. Just a little too far. Good coverage by the Tigers. Not easy to keep up with some of these speedsters. And the Tigers are playing some guys, Rick, that I know, like Logan Owsley, and Logan plays, but doesn't always see guys this fast. You can't duplicate that in practice.
No, you can't.
And handing it off to Marshall. Marshall's not going to get much, if anything, Rick. I think he gets no gain on that.
Okay.
Salem was there for that play. They'll bring a 4th down in about 2.5. The Tigers, if they could hold here.
Get off the field here, Stan. Yeah.
With 7 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the half, it's 21-7 Mountain View already here in this second quarter. Just about halfway through it. See what they want to do here. Stevens to the right, Marshall to the left. They keep jockeying those guys.
Yeah.
And Ackland wants to throw. He's getting pressure, flips it out, and it is incomplete. Over the head of Marshall. Ackland looking at himself. He missed a wide open.
It almost looked like it flew out of his hand or something. It didn't look right, did it?
Yeah, he knew he messed up. I don't know.
Maybe that's what it was. He just knew that. I mean, this didn't look right, didn't it? Yeah.
So incomplete pass gives the ball back to the Salem Tigers. So the fumble does not hurt, Rick, and that's important.
Yeah.
do lose about 9
9
yards.
yards. Yep.
Let's see what the Tigers can do coming back out. Mountain View already with 9 first downs. The Salem Tigers have a total of 1. In that split backfield, double tight end set for Salem. Give it to Chandler Gray, and Chandler Gray is swallowed by 2 different Mountain View players. First off, number 12 for Mountain View really made a nice play. That's Andrew Holden, but also out there underneath everything was number 56, Ty Barnes.
Woo. Had nowhere to go.
Nope, lost of 2. I mean, they were there.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go.
White back in as the Tigers go back to the bone. And now, timeout has been called by the Salem Tigers. With 6:09 to go in the first half, it's Mountain View 21, the Salem Tigers 7. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Salem Tiger Football on KSMO, and you're watching it on Fidelity Local 6.
When you need your oil changed in a hurry, stop in at Knight Auto Care's Fast Lube at 307 Highway 3272 East here in Salem. Their full-service oil changes include up to 5 quarts of Valvoline oil and oil filter, plus an 18-point checklist where their service technicians check your lights, tire pressure, filters, fluid levels, and more. Tuesday's Ladies' Day, where ladies get $2 off their Fast Lube service, and Wednesday is Senior Citizens Day, where they get $2 off their Fast Lube service. To find out more, stop by Knight Auto Care Center's Fast Lube on Highway 3272 East in Salem, or give them a call at number 729-5815.
Whitaker Building Supply in Salem wants you to know they handle a large selection of gray seal paints and enamels. They have interior, exterior doors. They do plumbing work. They've got electric products, signs, letters, numbers, concrete blocks, so much more. All your building needs. Whitaker Building Supply in Salem on Bab Lane, or call 729-5155. 2nd and 12 for the Tigers. And rolling to his right as Newman flips it out, and it is going to be intercepted by Mountain View at the 35-yard line as the Tiger player fell down, and Foster picks it off.
Yep.
Foster with the interception, Rick. The Tiger receiver fell.
Yeah. If he hadn't fell, Stan, that was going to be a big play for Salem there, because he was kind of wide open. If he hadn't slipped and fell, went down, Stan, that allowed Foster for the interception. But Salem definitely had that play there.
I guess the only fortunate thing for Salem was it was right where the receiver fell. He was able to grab on.
Yep.
And they hand this one off, and there is Stevens again, and Stevens will move forward about 3. Seth has quite a contingent of blue jerseys around him.
Didn't he?
Seth's not a real big guy, as a matter of fact. No, he's not I would not call him one of the bigger guys out there, but he's got some good thick legs on him.
He's stocky, yeah.
He's stocky.
Yeah.
I can throw. Ackland fires it out, and that ball is caught. Great coverage, but what do you do on that?
Wow.
That ball thrown out to stretch. And that's a first down at the 22-yard line. It should be just about 9 yards. Zach Stretch with that catch. Boy, he had great coverage by Owsley. I don't know what else you could do on that.
Just perfect.
But throw to the outside where only Stretch could get it.
Yep.
Ackland wants to throw again. Crossing pattern to Holden. Holden has it at the 9-yard line. Another first down. That's a gain of 14. First and goal, Rick. That's how fast Mountain View can move.
Yep.
And we've got good coverage on these guys. I'm not saying defense isn't not bad. It's just the throws are perfect. Hand off to Marshall. Marshall will gain a yard, maybe 2. Okay. Trying to go off that left side. I think you're going to have to give him 2, Rick.
Okay.
2nd and goal for the 7. Marshall trying to find a little room out there, and Tigers were able to seal the end, force him back in. Nega could not open up a hole, which is amazing to me. I think he is. Ackland throws. He has Foster. Foster scores.
Wow.
Foster all alone as he went in the end zone, came back out. Camden slipped. Nothing they can do about that.
Nope.
And a 7-yard touchdown pass from Ackland to Foster, and it's 27-7.
Wow. I say, when you slip down, you're kind of at the mercy. Like I say, you're just kind of hoping that he drops it, but Foster did not.
Oh, these guys, Rick, if they get hit in the hands, they have not dropped it.
They haven't
yet.
dropped it, yeah. No, they haven't dropped the ball yet.
And in this wet condition, you know that ball's damp. You know it's got to be a little bit slippery,
Yeah.
but they have done a great job of hanging on to it. The point after by Ackland, well, he drilled that one across the track, and it's good. It's 28-7 as Mountain View has come into Salem on their homecoming night. And with 4:28 still to go in the first half, Rick, in the second quarter, Mountain View Liberty Eagles took advantage of that turnover.
Yeah, they did.
And scored. And the Tigers, they just cannot afford another turnover in this game. You just can't stop these guys right now. And they've got every piece of their machinery working.
And you're right, Stan. And you don't want to try to, you don't want to try to match these guys score for score because they can put some points on the board in a hurry.
And they're showing just how fast they move down the field. 3 passes in about 25 seconds, and they had 28 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
So Foster, the 7-yard pass. I don't know where I got 4. What's his number? Anyway, 4 yards. I did it again. From Ackland, and then a point after by Ackland. 28-7. On homecoming night, Kristen Golden named the homecoming queen tonight.
Yep.
Congratulations to her and her court. All right, Rick. What are the Tigers going to do here? Ackland kicks a short one, and the Tigers drop the football, and it's Mountain View ball at the 39-yard line. Tiger player Rick just couldn't bring it in. And Mountain View will have it at the 39-yard line.
Wow.
I didn't see who had tried to make that catch.
Yeah.
Looked like he had the ball, Rick, tried to pull it in, and the ball came out. So Mountain View with I won't even say truly an onside kick, but that's really the intent of it.
Yeah.
They've got the ball at the 39-yard line. Here we go again. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And back to throw. Ackland just flips it out, and it's intercepted by the Salem Tigers this time. And for the Salem Tigers reading that play and bringing it down, Connell for the Salem Tigers.
Kind of threw it right to him, did he?
Tried to get it over Garrett's head, and Connell intercepted it.
Yep. You're not going to get it over my head. That was a nice job by Garrett.
Well, that could have been disastrous, Rick. At the Salem 37-yard line. He was just trying to throw that little short crossing pass.
Yeah.
Connell read it. Of course, they've kind of had that crossing pass all night long. So, first turnover by Mountain View. Tigers go in the bone. And out there to Camden, and Camden will knife through for a yard. That's about it. Okay. Right up the left side. So the first turnover by Mountain View. Salem has 2. 28-7 with 3:55 to go in the first half. It would behoove Salem to try and get a score here.
Yeah.
2nd and 9, where Mountain View has been getting 2nd and 3 and 4. Tigers have been at 2nd and 9. And now White goes up the middle. Good angle run and gets about 5. I think it's 3rd down. We'll call it 4, Rick. Okay. He really did a good job of angling his body up against number 5, Zeb Kornman. And then Kornman couldn't bring him down. And then he was just able to angle and use him as a wedge. So, 3rd and a big 4 right now. You don't want to give them the ball back here in this first half. Let's see what the Tigers can do. Balance line to the left side. And almost going offside was Mountain View. The flag goes down. I think the Tigers going to get hit with this penalty, Rick.
Yep.
Mountain View player started to come across, never got to the line.
Yeah, he never got to
and
the
the
line.
Tiger player on the line. I couldn't see who it was, but I saw the head come up. All it takes.
Yeah.
And so Salem, with a 3rd and reachable, now is at 3rd and 9. And this is what the problem has been all season long, Rick, is just getting those critical penalties where take a 3rd or 2nd and short and make it a 2nd long.
And then a negative play, and they were going backwards.
Yeah, only got 8 seconds on the play clock, so they have to hustle it up. They give it to Chandler Gray off the right side, and Chandler will get 2. It'll bring up 4th down, and still 7 now. That changes the whole play calling. Now you lose that 5 yards. You just need to get 4. Now you need to get 9. And with 2:10 to go, I'm surprised they haven't called timeout, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised, like I say, that Mountain View didn't like to keep some time on the clock, but they're letting it run.
2 minutes left to go in the first half. 28-7 Mountain View. Ackland with a couple of touchdown passes, and Seth Stevens with a couple of touchdown runs. They try to go for the punt block. A low kick by Holiday. It'll end up dying at the 31-yard line. That's where Hawks pick it up. And that's where Mountain View will take over. 1st and 10 with 1:46 to go. Rick, I would hate to fasten to imagine what their 2-minute drill is when they can do what they do now.
Because they're kind of in a 2-minute drill every time.
All the time.
All the
That's
time.
exactly right. So we'll see what happens. Don't forget they will host Kabul next week. It'll be their senior night for the final. Will be the final regular season game, and then you have the playoffs.
And the district start. Yeah.
And right now, Tigers are in a hole. Handoff to Seth Stevens, and tried to wiggle his way, and only got about 2 or 3. That's the Seth Stevens I kind of remember, Rick, the guy that would get to the line and hesitate.
Kind of stumbled through. Yeah.
Try and look for that opening instead of the guy we've seen earlier tonight. Ackland back, fires the ball out, caught by Holden. Holden goes down. He still did not go down. He's up. Holden never went to the ground, and now he's going to run all the way for a touchdown. Holden never went down. Looked like he was going to go down, but never went down, and that will be a 66-yard, okay? Touchdown pass.
Wow.
I watched him get thrown around, but his knee never went down.
Just kind of spun around, didn't he?
He did.
Just never did get the knee down.
Wow. Holden, his 2nd touchdown. This one, 66-yard pass from Ackland. Woo. And Ricky, 30.
That's what we didn't want to see.
I did not want to see that. Nab is back. Ackland's kick, it's good. And it's 35-7 in the first half as Mountain View has come to Salem and kind of put a big damper on their homecoming, Rick. But I tell you what, you cannot practice what we just saw. That is something you either know how to do or don't. You need to know the rules. He didn't go down. He got thrown around, but he kept his knee off the ground. And as Salem just relaxed, he just took off.
Yeah, said, I'll see you later. I haven't heard no whistle.
The official never ruled him down.
Nope.
Never came over. And the 66-yard pass from Ackland. And it's a 35-7 game. I don't think anybody really saw this, Rick. We know how good Mountain View is, but they have not been the offensive juggernaut this year as they have been.
True.
But boy, you could have fooled us. I tell you, Common Grounds Bistro is open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. 7 to 2 on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then 7 to 8 on Thursday, and 7 to 9 Friday and Saturday. Got great steaks, pizza, homemade lasagna on Thursday, prime rib on Friday, and Saturday nights pork steaks from 4 to 8. Check it out at the Common Grounds Bistro at 300 South Main Street. Call for a carryout 453-2173. Ackland ready to kick it off. And the kick is a long one this time, and Camden takes it at the 10. 15-20 up the gut. Got a block here as a hole, and he gets across the 40 to the 42. Good run up 32 yards back by Caden Camden. Spot his knee down to the 41, so he'll make it a 31-yard return.
Okay.
A 1:04 left. 1 minute 4 left. 1:04 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 left What's your solution, Rick? Hold on to the ball, right?
I'd say don't give them the ball back in this half.
Whew, man. You know, we have seen in the past where Tigers give up a touchdown earlier, and then they make changes, and they've been able to adapt. Oh, boy, not tonight. They have not been able to stop the throwing of Jairus Ackland and the receiving core that they have. Newman back to throw. He's getting pressure, steps up, fires the ball deep down the field, and it's going to be overthrown. Send it over there for Caden Camden. You know, the ironic thing we're talking about throwing for Camden, the problem is that stretch in front of him is 6'5". Camden is 5'7".
You got to get that up and then drop it in. That's kind of tough to do, huh?
I tell you. He had to you wonder why he overthrew him. That's why he overthrew him. You got to get over top of that guy.
Yeah.
That's not an easy pass to make. 57 seconds to go. Tigers go trips to the left. Chandler Gray, a single setback. 2nd and 10 at your own 40-yard line. Back to pass is Newman. Has some running room up the middle. He will take it and dive to the 46-yard line. Well, I tell you what, Canego is back there, Ricky, and he all but had him in the backfield.
Yeah.
And Newman escaped for a 6-yard gain.
Yeah. Couldn't quite get a hold of him, bring him down.
No, he could not. Canego, like, how'd I miss?
Where'd he go?
Yeah. 3rd and 4. 30 seconds to go in the half. And trips to the right. And falling down was Chandler Gray, and Newman had taken himself. And he'll get a yard. That's it. Chandler Gray went to start, and he fell. He slipped down. But Tristan turned around and went, uh-oh. And with 10 seconds left, the Tigers do not need to hustle. Just let the clock run out.
Yeah, they don't have to, like I say, or they can
And
snap here.
Mountain View did not stop it.
Yeah.
And that's going to do it for the half. We played a half here at Salem, and the Mountain View Liberty Eagles, fighting for their district seeding, Rick, come in, and they have laid a thumping on Salem Tigers here in the first half. The score is Mountain View 35, the Salem Tigers 7. And the score, sometimes, Rick, is not indicative of the way the game has gone. This score is indicative of how dominating that Mountain View has been on offense tonight. You know what? I'm not saying anything bad about the defense of Salem Tigers. They have been right with their receivers. You know, I will say on that one run by Foster on that pass across the middle, we didn't do a very good job of tackling.
Sure.
Okay, so that's one play, but, you know, for the most part, we've had the coverage. It's right there. And I mean to tell you, when you can watch a quarterback in high school like Jairus Ackland throw the ball to the outside shoulder where only one guy can catch it, and he does catch it and gets the first down. Rick, you know, that's what watching sports in high school is all about. You're watching the development of these kids, but when you see them get to that next level, it's very impressive to watch. And these guys from Mountain View with the passing attack that they have, and tonight, the running attack that they've had, they have been a complete ball team tonight against the Salem Tigers. Wow. We're going to go ahead and take a 3-minute break and come back with stats from the first half on this homecoming night here at Salem. A damp one. And I tell you, it got a lot colder out there when Mountain View scored 35 points in the first half than it was early on. Our score, 35-7, Mountain View. Will come back at 3. You're listening to Tiger Football on KSMO Radio. You're watching it on Fidelity Local 6.
There's a lot to do at the newly renovated Salem City Park. Headlining the activities is the totally rejuvenated Alice Lou Craig Municipal Pool that offers visitors and residents of all ages a full day of fun. The park also includes a brand new splash pad adjacent to Billy's Playground, Salem's new all-accessible playground where children with different abilities can play together. The park has numerous ball fields as well as pavilions that are available to rent for private outings. For more information about the Salem City Park, visit the Salem Park and Recreation Facebook page online.
The Salem Memorial District Hospital is proud to announce the donation of a new mammography machine offering digital 3D images. This latest technology allows for better detection, a lower dose of radiation, pristine images for superior accuracy for women with dense breast, and more. The SMDH Radiology Department is accepting appointments now for women who would like a mammogram. Just call 729-6626 and ask for me, Julie Malone. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
You don't have to go out of town to rent a car. You can rent one right here in town at Larson Rental Cars. And they have cars available to anyone for their needs, including short vacations when you don't want to put miles on your vehicle, a person's short-term needs for a vehicle repair, or an extra vehicle for a family member who's come in town, or really any reasonable need you might have. For more information about Larson Rental Cars, call 729-3915 or stop by 503 North MacArthur in Salem. Larson Rental Cars.
Reality check number 36. Shouldn't your personal banker know you, well, personally? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. The first thing we do is get to know you. Are you a planner or a last-second guy? Have a house full of crazy kids or an empty nest? We aren't just your banker. We're your neighbor who helps with money. We might even spring for a cup next time we see you in the coffee shop. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Tax season is still a while away, but it's never too early to start tax planning and tax consultation. Let Jackie or Beth at Taxmasters help you start preparing for the upcoming tax year. They also have over 30 years of accounting and payroll experience. Stop by and see Jackie and Beth at Taxmasters today, located at 510 North Main Street in Salem, or call 729-3001.
This is Mike Elliott with Town & Country Insurance. We represent many different insurance companies which allow us to offer you competitive rates by checking your insurance with many companies. We're able to find more value for you this way. Town & Country Insurance has been serving the surrounding area for over 50 years. Stop by and see Laura Arts, Sarah Edwards, or myself at 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank. Or you can call our office at 729-6624. We also have offices in Rolla and Licking to serve you.
We welcome you back to the Salem High School football field. Stan Stevens, Rick Hoyt with you here. When it comes to heating or cooling your home, and right now, heating might be the more appropriate answer, you may want to get in touch with your local Lennox dealer. That is Victor Heating and Cooling right here in town. Have you checked your furnace? Might need to be done. If you change those furnace filters out there, you probably need to do that too. You know, Victor's a full-service family-owned business serving Salem and surrounding areas since 1934. And remember, they have that water furnace geothermal dealer, too, that they can do for you as well. So whether you want to get your conventional heating done or that geothermal water furnace, they've got that as well at Victor Heating and Cooling. Let them give you a free estimate. Just call Jack and the gang down there, 729-4332, or stop by 301 East 4th Street in downtown Salem. Victor Heating and Cooling. Well, Rick, we kind of have alluded to it. We don't think we really anticipate any of what we saw here today. We did know about their passing game. We did know about Mountain View and how explosive they can be. Yeah, we've seen this before. You know, last year we went down to Mountain View. We beat these Liberty Eagles.
Yeah. Wow.
It's been the first time in a while we had done that. But we beat them at Mountain View, and I think a lot of what's happening tonight may be a playoff what happened last year, because that put them in a bad spot in their district.
In their district, yeah.
That really did. So anyway, but tonight, Salem Tigers coming in on the wrong side of a 3-4 record. Rick, a loss tonight puts them at 3-5. Grant you, it's going to be a hard way for them to fall below the 5th spot, but you never know. I mean, these other two teams behind them, they were only 2 games back, and if they win 2,
they could leapfrog.
They could leapfrog us.
That's right.
And everybody's looking at trying to get to that last playoff position. But, you know, St. James and Eldon, which are in front of us, there's a 3-team logjam as of 2 weeks ago. But that has separated out a little bit, where St. James has taken the edge on Eldon. And then when you start looking at the separation, I think it's 1.86 points is what the difference is between St. James and Eldon. But, Rick, there's power points, because St. James has played some highly ranked teams, so they will get power points in that. So you just don't really know where that's going to be.
Not until it comes out at the end. Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. I mean,
but without a win here tonight, Salem's chance of hosting that 10th game, not very good. Now, doesn't mean if St. James is 4th and Salem is 5th, we'll host it because of the earlier win over St. James here at Salem.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
One of those that's a nuance this year in the thing. Remember, you had
to make that game important.
Well,
what was early,
right? Yeah. But what they had done earlier, Rick, if you remember the first couple of years, if you had already played that team, and you could actually swap it with the team below it. I thought, that's not fair.
That's not fair. Yeah, exactly.
If you're going to go by seedings.
True.
So anyway, well, speaking of seedings, right now, the Tigers are really in, I won't say dire straits, Rick, but there's something they're going to have to do in that second half. They're going to get the opening kickoff.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to pop in 4 touchdowns and against what has so far been a pretty good Liberty Eagle defense. But, Rick, I don't know if you can ever stop this offense right now, Mountain View, unless we make some major changes at halftime.
Yeah, or like you say, or if it turns around and Mountain View can't hang on to the ball.
Well,
I mean,
there you go.
That's that's
always a possibility.
Yeah, that's the way. If you look at it that way, like you say, and we're not a quick strike offense like the Mountain View Liberty Eagles are standing on it. It makes it even tough, to try to come back in the game when you're down by 28.5 to try to come back in the game that. They got a quick strike offense, and you got to kind of pound and ground, pound it out and try to get down the field, and it takes a lot of time to do that. And if you have some penalties or mistakes or something like that, then that moves you back, and it's tough to catch up.
And you can't have those lost plays.
No, you can't.
Every second counts. Speaking of, we are in a deficit of 28 points, but right now West Plains is leading Central 49-0 at half.
Okay.
That's a little worse than what
That's a
we
little
are
worse.
right now.
We thought our score was bad, huh?
Yeah. Houston Mountain Grove, no score at halftime, and that's just like it was here.
Yeah. Exactly.
When we
that could be a overtime.
Houston has very good defense. It would surprise me, Rick, if they don't go somewhere in their district.
Off their defense.
Off their defense. Yeah, their offense isn't very good, but their defense very good. Well, speaking of an offense that's very good, Mountain View has an offense that's very good. Rick, how about some numbers on the rushing game?
Okay, on the rushing game now for the Liberty Eagles stand, their leading carrier tonight is going to be Seth Stevens. He's got 12 carries for 80 yards. Tanner Marshall's got 8 carries for 26 yards. Zeb Corman stand has 3 carries for 11 yards, and Ackland stand had 1 carry for 2 yards, so they ended up with 119 yards of rushing in this first half.
We really don't know what happened to Zeb Corman. He was out there to start the game, but then he came out and Marshall came in.
And Marshall run the ball well.
Marshall ran the ball well. Corman's not back in there, so I don't know if he got an injury, Rick, or not. Haven't really seen him out there the rest of that first half.
No, we haven't.
So hopefully he's okay. But anyway, some big numbers, though, for Seth Stevens and solid numbers for Marshall.
Yeah, you're right, Stan. And also in the air, and that's where Mr. Ackland put the ball up 17 times. Stan, he had 1 interception, and he completed 13 of those passes for a total of 252 yards. So they ended up with 371 yards of total offense in this first half.
And one of those was a short field.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And so anyway, 3 touchdown passes out of those, 1 interception. And when you start talking about that, and Stevens with 2 rushing touchdowns for Mountain View. Mountain View, by the way, Rick, had 11 first downs in that first half. They had the 1 turnover, that interception you mentioned, 1 penalty for 5 yards. How about the Salem Tigers?
Okay, we'll start out with the leading carrier in this first half stand is going to be Chandler Gray. He had 5 carries for 79 yards. Nick Holliday had 1 carry for 20 yards. Tristan Newman had 3 carries for 13 yards. Caden Camden had 4 carries for 11 yards. And Brandon White had 3 carries for 10 yards, so Salem ended up with 133 yards of rushing in this first half.
Anybody just joining us right now, Sam Ball out. Will not be playing this game tonight, and then apparently not the next game either.
Yeah.
So he is out with an injury. So anyway, 133 yards rushing, but that's not a terrible number for the first half.
Yeah. That in the air, like you say, Kristen tried to put the ball up 2 times. Stan, he had 1 interception and then never completed the pass, so we ended up with 133 yards of offense.
You know, that 1 fumble lost, Rick, but that fumble did not hurt the Salem Tigers. It's actually the one time the Tiger defense was able to stop Mountain View is after that fumble. The Salem Tigers ended up the first half, Rick, with 1 first down. They did have 1 turnover as far as a fumble is concerned, and 1 interception, 2 penalties for a total of 10 yards. We are at halftime, 35-7 Mountain View on top. We're going to go over that scoring for you when we come back in 2.5 minutes. This is Salem Tiger Football on KSMO Radio. You're watching it on Fidelity Local 6.
This is Joe Brand with Edward Jones. Today's interest rates are creating real challenges for many Americans who live on a fixed income. Edward Jones has been helping individual investors like you for more than 130 years. If you have money coming due soon and want to hear about alternatives to possibly increase your income, help reduce your tax bill, or invest for growth potential, come see us at Edward Jones, 911 South Pershing, or call 729-3831. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
If you're looking for unique and hard-to-find items, then the place to go is Fleming Variety in downtown Salem, where you'll find willow tree angels, home decor, scrapbook stuff, embroidery necessities, and Melissa and Doug toys. They also offer a variety of other brand-name toys and baby gifts. Fleming's also has a vast selection of memorial flowers. Stop by and see everything the Fleming Variety handles from A to Z. Located in downtown Salem on 4th Street, they're locally owned for 80 years, Fleming Variety. Don't sweat it later. Maintain your hay equipment today at Salem Farm Equipment. They'll perform a thorough inspection of your equipment so you have no surprises come next hay season. Stop by Salem Farm Equipment today, located on Highway 19 South here at Salem, or give them a call at 729-3458. Salem Farm Equipment. Stop by or call today. Saving lives deserves a first-rate reward and at Fairground Auto Plaza. If you're a firefighter, police officer, EMT, paramedic, or a 911 dispatcher, the GM First Responder Discount gives special pricing on eligible Chevrolets, Buicks, and GMC vehicles such as cars, SUVs, crossovers, midsize vehicles, light and heavy-duty pickups, and even passenger and cargo vans. It's Fairground's way of saying thank you for service that makes a difference. Find out more at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla, where Chevy finds new roads. Open a checking account today and get a free gift, and refer your family and friends and receive another appreciation gift free from Progressive Ozark Bank. Just open a checking account today. Progressive Ozark Bank makes switching banks easy with 3 great checking accounts to choose from. You'll also receive a new debit card the same day you open your account, issued instantly with no waiting. Plus, enjoy free internet banking, free mobile deposit, and free bill pay, and enroll in e-statements and even get cash back. So stop in today at Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
Here at Salem High School football field, homecoming night, and of course it also is Breast Cancer Awareness Night. Salem Memorial District Hospital here tonight, and they had some cancer survivors. Tip our cap to them. They were saluted at halftime, and a nice crowd applause for them. And the crowd's a little bit small tonight because of the weather. It's a little bit damp out there. The rain did stop before the game, but still a bit moist. It's still kind of cool out there.
Got a few umbrellas up there.
Yeah, every now and then we get a few sprinkles, and that's to be expected. But overall, though, the night is a lot better than it looked like it was going to be earlier today when we first got here at the game. We're going to tell you Southwest Baptist University's campus here in Salem provides quality higher education right here close to home for the residents of Dent County and surrounding areas. They have degrees in nursing, the RN Bridge program, also criminal justice and elementary education, and many others. For more information on degrees or programs, contact admission counselor Chris Welch, and he'll schedule an appointment with him, or you can stop on by and visit and see the class or see the campus yourself and check out the classes. 573-729-7071, Southwest Baptist University, right here in Salem, a Christian university. Well, as far as the scoring is concerned, the first quarter was definitely belonging to Mountain View. They dominated from start to finish. They got the opening kickoff, walked down the field, and on Stevens' 30-yard run at the 8:36 mark of the first quarter, Seth bounced around and ran right through a couple of guys and scored on a 30-yard jaunt. Ackland's point after made it 7-0. Tigers' offense really couldn't get much going, and they had to punt the ball back, and it was Mountain View again coming down the field. And early on in this game, Rick, they used to run a lot more than the pass, and were able to take a lot of time off the clock. And with 23 seconds left, after getting a second and goal from the 2, Stevens goes in from 2 yards out. Ackland with a point after made it 14-0. That at the end of the first quarter. But on that first play of the second quarter, the Tigers' Chandler Gray scoring a 77-yard run, in a run in which he got through to the second level, had 2 linebackers grab him, and somehow did a spinorama, got out of it, and ran the rest of the way. 77-yard run. Holiday's point after, and the Tigers were 7 points down. It was 14-7 at that point, but it was Mountain View after that all the way. At the 8:37 mark, they responded to the Tiger touchdown on the Hayden 14-yard pass from Ackland, as they again marched down the field. Had a couple of nice plays in that drive, running and passing. Some nice short passes, little crossing passes, just enough for first downs. And then that was at the 8:37 mark. So the Holden 14-yard pass, nice pass in the end zone, 21-7. Tigers could do nothing on the next possession and actually fumbled the ball. Then Mountain View took it, fumbled it, or I should say turned it over on downs. Tigers got it through an interception. And then Foster on a 7-yard pass from Ackland after he threw a nice deep ball down the stretch at the 9-yard line. And Salem Tigers had perfect coverage on that. He just couldn't beat the throw. A running throw. And then a 7-yard pass to Foster, 28-7. And then 1:11 left to go in the half after the Tigers couldn't do anything and had to punt. Ball was at the 34-yard line, and just a little flick out to Holden. Holden was all but taken down by the Tiger defender, but his knee didn't hit, and he got up and ran 66 yards, 35-7. That's where you are as Ackland's ready to kick off to the Salem Tigers to start quarter number 2. This is a line drive kick. Spins down and taken by the Salem Tigers at the right side, up the sideline, and getting back to about the 26-yard line. I believe that's Logan Owsley with that return. And we're just underway here in the second half. As your American Family Insurance agent in Salem, Calvin Malone wants to help you even when nothing is wrong. Stop on by his office at 1104A South Main Street and talk to him about your insurance needs, or call him 729-5165. Calvin Malone, American Family Insurance agent, a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. All right, Rick.
Yeah, back to the bone, Stan.
Back to the bone. See what Salem can do here in the second half. Let's see if they've got something up their sleeve. Newman rolls it, wants to throw. Ball's tipped, and it's incomplete. He had Schrader open, as a matter of fact, but ball got tipped. That's a good idea to start out the second half.
He had him out there, too, Stan.
He did. Throw got tipped.
Yeah. And he almost got hit about the same time he let that ball go, too, didn't he?
You know, we look at Ackland. Ackland was, 6'2"? And then you look at Newman, 5'10"? That's 6'2" and 5'10". It doesn't sound like a big difference. That's a big difference.
It is a big difference.
When you go to throw that ball. Tigers back in the bone, as Rick says. They give the Chandler Gray run that outside. Chandler still on his feet, and he's got the first down. Out to the 39-yard line. He just kept trucking.
Yep.
He pushed Seth Stevens back about 2 yards to get that first down. The second of the day, or evening, for the Salem Tigers.
About 12, Stan?
I'd have to say 12 is a good number, Rick. Tigers on the far hash mark at the 40-yard line of Salem. Go in balance line to the left. I didn't get a penalty for that little movement. Newman has to try to turn to the outside, trying to get a block, and he gets hit and upended, and a fall forward for 3 yards. Foster took him down, but ain't a 3. He'll bring up second and about 7.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't get a motion penalty there, Stan.
Yeah, I haven't
seen the same thing I did.
I mean, the running back moved, and they didn't say anything.
Yep.
35-7, Mountain View on top.
You've been better off just going in motion, Stan.
They do. Well, they may be changing quarterbacks here, Rick.
Okay.
Oh, no. Getting some kid warmed up down here, and I think that's the other act. They never stop, do they? Hand off to Caden, and Caden's going to get hammered at the 45-yard line, a gain of 1.5 yards or 2 yards. A big tackle right there. Number 62 is Bob Booz. Boy, he just hammered him. Took him down hard on his back. And 3rd and 5. Brandon White checks out. Tigers going to go trip set. 10-10 to go in the third quarter. 35-7, Mountain View. Schrader wide to the right side. Camden goes in a wing. In the slot is Mock. Let's get out quickly, and he overthrows the intended receiver, Boone Schrader, trying to set up a wide receiver screen.
Yeah.
Tristan threw it over the head of Boone. When it left his hand, Rick, unless Boone was going to be able to jump. 36-inch vertical leap. He wasn't going to catch it. It looked like that ball flipped a little bit. So
Yeah, it looked like there was about 3 Liberty Eagles out there ready to make the tackle stand if he'd have caught that ball.
Holiday back to pass. Foster dropping deep. Bad snap again, and he gets it off. And the ball over to the right side. Bounces, comes in the hands of Foster at the 27-yard line. Foster down the sideline, still on his feet. Still going to the 50-yard line and inside Salem Tiger territory to the 46. All the way from the 27-yard line. A gain of 27 yards back, Rick.
Whew. Wow. What a return, Stan.
Well, the first two guys for Salem, the scouts, had already passed him up.
Yep.
He was at second level already. So, Ricky,
Here we go.
here we go. And we got Jarris Acklin in at quarterback, still. And they run up the middle. Gets to the 40-yard line. That's going to be Marshall. I'm sorry. Number 5 back in.
There's Zeb.
Yep, I just saw when he stood up. I saw the 5.
But there
He's
is
back in.
Zeb is back.
Zeb Foreman is back. Gain of 6. Good to see that he's okay.
Yeah.
Well, so, Zeb, thank you for coming, but we're going to give this one to Seth Stevens. And he's going to gain 3. Connell on that tackle, Rick, but tell you what, Mountain View is definitely, they're pushing us back a little bit.
Yeah, they are.
Ball on the ground, picked up by Acklin. That ball should never have been a first down, but it did. The center hit his own leg with the ball, and it just trickled back, and Jarris just picked it up and got 3 yards for a first down. That's when you know your night's going good, man. Even on a bad snap,
you
get
snap
3
at your
yards.
quarterback and you still gain 3.
Yeah, that's tough. Ball at the 35-yard line of Salem. Nice fella pass. Yep. Back to throw is Acklin, rolling right. Got a man deep. Fires it deep for Foster. Over his head. Double team out there by Connell and also by Camden. That's actually Owsley down there. I thought it might be Connell. Connell really does a good job covering people.
Double team. I don't know who was behind. I seen there was two defensive backs was standing back behind him too.
Yeah. Camden's man, and I think Owsley went and helped him.
Just kind of help.
A bad snap goes through everybody and fallen on by Mountain View back to the 49-yard line. That snap sailed past Acklin, and it was Seth Stevens falling on it, so it's going to bring up a third and about 24, 25. That's a loss all the way back of just I'm going to say, Rick,
15 or
15 yards.
You're going to go, and poor Seth gets it, Steve. The loss.
Yeah, Acklin didn't fall on it. Yeah.
It was. I ain't falling on it. You fall on it. You got more yards.
Foreman in there with him. With 8 minutes to go. The 3rd and 25. This could be still 2-down territory for them. Ball near the 50. Acklin on a delay hands that ball off, and here's Foreman knifing his way through, still on his feet. He gets 17 yards, and a flag comes in and hits the Tiger player.
It wasn't me.
Looks like somebody's going to get a face mask or a hold. Rick, looks like his head got pulled back. It looked like there also was holding on Mountain View, so you might be able to argue that either way.
True. I thought I see a couple of holds out there.
Yeah. But I did see a hand up around the head, so personal foul, face masking against Salem. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
The head jerked a little bit. When that happens, and they're going to have a first down, Rick, on a gain of 16 yards, and then add 15 to it. 15-yard penalty, first down for Mountain View on a 3rd and 25. They ended up getting 31.
Stevens?
Oh, that was Corman.
Corman, okay.
Yeah. Corman with that carry. And he just kind of weaved his way through.
Didn't he?
Tackling back to throw. Fires it across, and behind Holden that time. His first bad pass, Rick, really.
That was a bad one, yeah.
Bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah. He had him standing. He just kind of let that one, didn't lead him out there, did he? Kind of threw that back behind him.
Ball is sitting up there just in prime territory to be picked off, and the Tiger defenders couldn't get to it. There's Ackland. Clean that ball off, and Salem right there to take down Seth Stevens. Nowhere to go.
You lost a yard, huh, Stan?
I have to say yes, Rick.
I'm gonna like you.
I've been waiting for them to spot the ball back.
Yeah, I was too. I kept waiting and waiting. Yeah.
Finally, they did. 3rd down and 11. Well, you know what they did in 3rd and 25.
True.
They can do it. They've got the offense.
Third long distance doesn't bother them, huh?
No. 3rd and 11. Ackland gives it to Stevens. Big hole up the middle. Stevens will get close to a first down, Rick, near the 10. It'll bring up 4th and I think 1.
Okay.
He's going to get 10 yards. I think he's just shy of that first down. That's a heck of a run. That Seth Stevens tonight is just a different player than we have seen in the past.
Yeah.
So 4th and 1. Give it to Stevens again. He dives forward. That's close. That's close. I think he's got it, but it's at an angle we can't really tell. And yes, 2-yard gain and a first down for Mountain View. Their 15th first down. Rick, they've stayed on the ground for most of this.
Yeah, they have.
6:30 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. It's 35-7 Mountain View on top with 5 touchdowns in the first half. 3 by air, 2 by rush. 1st and goal. Little toss out to the side and going to the 1-yard line. A flag comes in late. That's a nice pass out there. And coming down with it for Mountain View is Cornman, but a flag went down around the 1 or 2. Cornman with that catch. That'll be 8 yards, so what are they calling here? Waiting for the official. They're going to bring it back. Okay. Going to say illegal use of hands against Mountain View. So the pass completion is good. Then they bring it back 10. So 8-yard gain.
Okay.
And a 10-yard penalty. That's crazy.
Ain't that, yeah, ain't that something?
Yeah. So it's still 1st and goal now from the 13. Ackland fires it deep over the corner. Is Holden. He's got it at the 1. Good play by Boone Schrader to keep him out of the end zone, but Holden went up high, and Boone's a fairly tall kid, but not as tall as Holden.
Not that tall.
2nd and goal from the 1, Rick. The snap is back. They give it to Seth Stevens, and Seth is in for the touchdown. Seth Stevens, right off the left tackle, Kanega. That was a real easy run right there, and the Tiger defense just could not stop him there. For Stevens, his 3rd touchdown. And now it'll be Ackland in for the point after, a very important point after, Rick. We Foster to hold. .5:30 to go. The snap is back. The kick is up. It looks good. It is good. And at the 5:30 mark of this 3rd quarter, Stevens, his 3rd touchdown of the game. This one from 1 yard out. And Rick, you still just got to tip your cap. Good coverage by Boone Schrader, but Holden just a better position. Yep. We shut a guy down, then all of a sudden, they get the penalty. They go back. They open things up. It just doesn't seem anything phases this Mountain View team.
No, when you back them up like you say, Stan, 3rd and 25, and they got out of it to keep that drive alive, and they put it in the end zone.
42-7 right now, with Mountain View on top. And Rick, I don't think anybody saw this coming. No. Especially on homecoming night, you don't think something like this is probably going to happen to you. But I know Tiger's a little short-handed right now. But I tell you what, you know as well as I do, we beat them in Mountain View last year, and there's that little revenge factor I think that they have. And you said they're kind of talking about that over in the coach's box.
Yeah,
so, yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that when you suffer a tough loss like like Mountain View did last year, they kind of remember that from year to year.
It does kind of leave a bad taste.
Bad taste. Yeah.
All right. So let's see what happens. Ackland has kicked it short. He's kicked it long. This one's kicked medium. And it's going to go out of bounds at the 24-yard line. 5:30 left to go in the third quarter. Well, one may be out of reach, Ricky.
Ooh. Yeah. You know what you like to see now, Stan. You like to see the offense come out here and just pound this thing. Let's put a drive together, make a positive effort into this, and at least try to put something on the board. I mean, like I say, I'm not sure that you can catch up being down by 35 points with 5:30 here to go just in the third quarter, but at least you can come out and put the effort into it and try to put this in the end zone.
And I wouldn't say you couldn't score it. However, we haven't been able to really stop Mountain View.
No, we have not.
And off to White, and White gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll get virtually nothing from the 35-yard line. Brandon got wrapped up as soon as he got the ball. Hey, Quick Tans at 405 North Main Street in Salem with 6 tanning beds. They now handle vegan deodorants, Anthology lip balm, hemp oil, and they do spray tanning as well as teeth whitening. They offer corporate rates, and if you'd like to find out more, call 739-1113. The new owner is Kim Ballou Wilson, and they're open Monday through Friday, 11:30 to 7, and Saturdays from 10 to 1. Quick Tan, 405 North Main Street. Second down, we'll still call it 10. Salem stays in the bone. Back to throw Newman, getting pressured. Rolls to his right, fires the ball deep down the field, and intended for Schrader. But Boone just couldn't get there in time. Boone had gotten away from his defenders and was open trying to cut across the field, just didn't have enough speed to get there.
Could be running, Stan.
Well, I don't know in the third quarter. They're telling them to run the clock.
Okay.
Run the clock. So third and still 10. Tigers, Newman wants to throw, has running room. Will try and run it himself, and will get tripped up at the 40, a gain of 5. Foster is the one that tackled him out there. Actually, Marshall was the one that brought him down. Excuse me. Foster, I thought that, why would he be up there? But saw that 4 on his chest and didn't see anything else. So 4th down and 5. Salem's going for it here, Rick, with 3:50 and counting in the third quarter. 42-7. Mountain View. And the ball fumbled, and it will be Mountain View ball. Kristen was trying to look like he wanted to try and toss that back. Maybe to Caden Camden, I'm not sure, Rick, but the ball just slithered out of his hands. And it'll be a 4-yard loss. And Mountain View will have it at the Salem Tiger 36-yard line. I thought we might be seeing a few different players, Ricky, but we do not.
No. Yet, like I say, they may wait to change it up in the fourth quarter, Stan. We'll see.
Jarris Ackland's still out there, still with all the first-teamers. Foster wide to the right side. Holden in the slot to the right. And they hand that ball off up the middle and running hard and trying to find a little bit of an opening. Looked like Seth Stevens again, Rick. And he's had those legs just turning.
Look. We get about 7, Stan, you think, or 6?
I think 6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Down to the 30-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 4. And he had his legs churning.
He did, didn't he?
I was pretty impressed that he was just turning up the turf. So 2nd down and 4 to go. Play clock down to 10. That's about the longest they've gone.
Yeah.
Get this one to Cornman. Cornman off the left side gets through to the first down and down to the 23. A 7-yard gain and a first down for Cornman. That's a nice run.
Good man.
Tiger defense, Rick, has been on this field a long time.
Yeah, they got to be getting tired out there now.
No doubt about it. Zeb Cornman with a good run there. They've been mixing it up. Marshall has been on the sideline. He's right down here in front talking to the coach. Okay. Hey, why'd you take me out, Coach? I had, I did a good job. This one given to Stevens up the middle. Stevens breaks the tackle, still on his feet to about the 12-yard line. And that's going to be another first down, Rick. Okay. That's going to be a gain of at least 11, maybe 12. I think you're going to spot him on the 10. Okay. That'll be down to a 12-yard gain. And I'm not sure if it's outside the 10 or not. Okay. Nope, it's first and goal from just inside the 10. Okay. 1:14 remaining in the third quarter. As Mountain View again knocking on the door.
They're kind of eating the clock up now, staying with and the play clock, letting the play clock run all the way down before they snap it.
Take the snap, give it to Corman on the left side, touch back in the middle, cuts across the grain, and gets inside the 5-yard line. He darted toward the outside corner, Rick, then cut back inside and gets about 6. Okay. That's a good run by Corman. I'll tell you, we've been told to run against Mountain View Liberty, okay, but that they didn't have much of a running game themselves. I tend to disagree tonight.
Sure, I agree with you.
That has been a very big positive because when you get a running game like this, you can't concentrate on the pass.
You got both of them working.
Exactly. And you got 2 of them back there doing a job. Hand off to Cornman. Cornman up the middle. Cornman close. He's in. Seb Cornman scores. And from about 4 yards out, another touchdown for Mountain View, this time with 3 seconds left in the third quarter. They let it run down. Cornman, a 4-yard run. And Ackland will come on for the point after. Foster to hold. Snap is back. The kick is blocked. Kick is blocked, Rick.
Yeah, I couldn't see who'd come in. Stanley got that back. See him come flying in from the outside, but I could not get you a number.
48-7. 8 touchdowns. And 5 of them after the Tigers got their only touchdown. Rick, 5 unanswered scores.
5 unanswered. You're exactly right.
And the Mountain View Liberties on the final play of the third quarter score. And right now it's a 48-7 lead for the Mountain View Liberty Eagles. We'll come back in a minute with the fourth quarter, and we return. You're listening to Tiger Football on KSMO, watching it on Fidelity Local 6.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
At K&H Auto Supply, get RV and Marine antifreeze, 2 for $8 for the gallon size. Superstart 600 peak amp jump starter for $59.99. And AC Delco 6-ton bottle jack for $24.99. Stop by K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store, right here in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Reality check number 31. New cars can go from 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. Why can't new car loans move like that? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We may look like typical bankers, but when it comes to car loans, we're downright speed demons. We approve loans in record time, so you can get that new baby on the road ASAP. And by the way, you really do look good in that new ride. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
I will welcome you back to the Salem High School football field. I guess they're in a hurry to get going. Mountain View kicked off, but they didn't tell everybody this to count because they were offside.
You had to stay behind the kicker.
That's usually the case. It wasn't the case at Mountain Grove.
No, it was not.
None of them were behind the kicker. But they will do it again, this time on the 35-yard line. Michael will kick it off again. 48-7. Will be a running clock now the rest of this game unless the Tigers can get it under 35 points. And Ackle had a very short kick. It's fumbled by the Tigers, picked up the 39-yard line, and hit and taken down to 43 for the Salem Tigers. And Cole Elliott trying to bring that one back, Rick.
Yeah.
And so the Tiger offense will come back on the field. You mentioned just try and get something positive before that game next week with Kabul. You definitely, has not been one of the better nights for Salem.
True.
But you got to you just have to tip your cap to Mountain View in this game. I'm not convinced on another night against a different team, the Tiger defense tonight would have been adequate.
Yeah.
But not tonight, not against this Mountain View team.
Yeah.
It's just they have not been able to, first off, catch them.
Yeah.
And second of all, just with that different deception that they have, just not been able to do it. We're going to have some different players in the game, Rick.
Okay.
And at quarterback for the Salem Tigers was number 15, and that is Bradley Gover. Handed the ball off to number 3, Del Hoffmeister. So Tigers already putting in the secondary players. Try and figure that out as we go, Rick. At number 4 at the right tailback.
Okay.
And 41, the left tailback. Okay. As Gover drops the football and has to fall on it. So Salem has Devin Atchison at the right tailback, and they have Jimmy Barton at left tailback. It'll be 3rd and 11 with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd down for the Tigers, and this is their second team. And giving it off, trying to turn that corner, is Atchison. Atchison still on his feet, gets about 5, almost 6 yards. Okay. Nice run by Atchison out to the 49-yard line. Starting to see a few different jerseys out there for both teams, Rick.
Okay.
Not totally. Not everybody, but there are some. Still see Seth Stevens out there, though. He's not going to probably come on the field. 4th down, and Tigers are going for it at their own 49. Cover gives this one out and taken down behind the line for a 4-yard loss for the Salem Tigers. Number 4, Jimmy Barton. Shooting that gap was Kornman. Rick, he got back in there and took him down for a 4-yard loss. And Mountain View, Rick, will have the ball at the Salem Tiger 46-yard line. 9 minutes to go. And they're keeping pretty much that varsity out there. I think they're going to change quarterbacks. They're not going to make some different players come in. So let's see what we're going to do here, Rick.
Okay.
So Liberty has it with their second team in now. Taking a snap. That was a good catch.
Oh, it was a good catch.
At number 10 for Mountain View. And that happens to be, we don't have any of that second team stuff here.
We don't, do we?
No. We have to go find this stuff. Tyler Watts.
Okay.
Tyler Watts with a heck of a catch off to his left. That was a good goaltending stop. And then he was able to run 9 yards.
9 yards, yeah.
Tyler Watts, that quarterback, wearing number 10. Now a timeout being called by the Salem Tigers with 8:11 to go. With a score, Mountain View 48, Salem 7. We'll come back in a minute. This is Salem Tiger Football on KSMO, and you're watching it on Fidelity Local 6.
Did you know that almost 60% of women in Dent County have never had a mammogram? That needs to change, and your friends at the Salem Memorial District Hospital are determined to change that with their new 3D mammography machine. And don't let finances be a concern. The hospital can offer you financial assistance to help pay for your mammogram. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 729-6626 and ask for me, Julie Malone. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Would it make your life easier to have access to a live teller Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.? I'm sure you answered yes. Riverways Federal Credit Union is here to help you simplify with their all-new ITM. Just drive straight up to the machine in the drive-through lane that looks like an ATM. Press the screen and voila! You'll be talking straight to the local teller. It's that easy. Available 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just another way that Riverways Federal Credit Union is positively different.
We welcome you back, and Tyler Watts on the ensuing snap after the timeout had the ball go off his hands, a fumble. He was able to recover it. They'll bring up 3rd down, and now about 5 after a loss of 3, almost 4. Watts wearing number 10. In the backfield, with number 34, Austin Flygare. Have his back, taking himself and getting close to first down and more as he gets down the 35-yard line is Tyler Watts. He's got the first down, Rick.
Okay.
He just put his head down and ducked under some would-be tacklers.
Like a little bowling ball in there, huh?
Yeah, exactly right. Tigers on defense with their second team. Mountain View Liberty Eagles with their second team. These two teams will match up again Monday night. Final JV game.
I think
too.
right here, yeah.
Trying to hand it off, and diving forward is Flygare to the 33-yard line, a gain of a yard. Flygare gets his first carry. Austin Flygare, a sophomore. Watts and them are taking their time, Rick, but they've got 20 seconds on the play clock.
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
Hey, there we've got Coach Eckman is also taking his time getting the play to him.
6.5 left to go in the ball game, and I can truly say it will be the ball game. 48-7 Mountain View. Seth Stevens with 3 touchdowns in the game. And they give it to Flygare up the middle. Flygare still on his feet, gets down to about the 25-yard line. Rick, he may have a first down.
Yeah.
I think he's got it.
He got it?
He just kept going and going and got to backpedaling, and he picks up about 9 and gets the first down. That's the 19th first down for Mountain View in this game. 19 first down.
First down.
And they have really played a diverse game. They have mixed up everything.
Wow. I'm in here with a purpose, huh?
I tend to believe that.
You get where I'm coming from.
I know where you're coming from. Watts juggles the ball, loses it, has to dive on it back at the 25-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1. I do want to tell you, VIP Properties has 2 locations, one in Salem and Houston. And when you're ready to move your family, whether you're coming to Missouri, from Missouri, around Missouri, contact Pat Taggart, broker at VIP Properties, 729-7622, 729-7622. So a little snap off the hands.
Yeah.
You know, you've been standing around all day in this cool weather, and all of a sudden, get in there, kid.
Go. Catch the ball.
Catch that ball now. 4:55 left to go. Snap is back to Watts. He's coming straight forward, but a flag comes down. Like a little early movement there by Mountain View, and that's what it's called. Ball start on Mountain View. 25 yards and penalties now in the game. Hey, Mowbray Excavating and Dump Truck Service can handle all of your white rock, trap rock, topsoil, creek gravel, or fill dirt needs. Need some bobcat work done? Need some landscaping done? Roads built, or even demolitions? They can do that too. Mowbray Excavating and Dump Truck Service, 247-2788. Now accept credit cards and serve you as they are insured too. So check that out. 4.5 to go. 48-7 Mountain View with the lead. Snap goes back. They hand off to Flygare, and Flygare gets thrown down after a gain of about 2. Salem Tiger player, number 50 for the Salem Tigers, threw him back down, and that is Hunter Shaw. Okay. The gain of a yard, they'll bring up third down. It's still a bunch, but this was homecoming tonight for Salem. Kristen Golden was crowned the queen, and earlier tonight for the festivities. All right, under 3:50 now left to go. Watts gives it off to Flygare up the middle, breaks through and dives inside the 20 to about the 17. That's a gain of 12 yards. But since it was 3rd and 15, it'll still be 4th and 3. Boy, Flygare's got some speed.
He just takes the ball and goes, doesn't he?
Takes him about 2 steps to get going. If he doesn't get touched in those 2 steps, Rick, he's got some speed there.
Yep.
Down to basically 3:10 left to go. Mountain View trying to add on to a 41-point lead. Wow. And a snap is back. They give the Flygare again. Yeah, he does the same thing, Rick. He just goes right up the gut for a first down to the 12-yard line. He's a pretty impressive JV player.
Yep.
Sam's going to have their hands full with him
Sure.
Monday night. 2:45 to go. Not many left in the stands, Rick.
Nope.
About the only ones left, basically, I think, would be parents at this stage.
Yeah. Some of the kids still hung around down there.
Oh, yeah.
The cheerleaders.
Well, kind of a raw night here in Dent County. Not raw for Mountain View. If it is, they're cannibals. Here's Watts off the right tackle, getting through inside the 10 to about the 5. They're going to mark his knee down, though, about the 7. They're going to say his knee went down to the 7-yard line. So it'll be second down after a gain of 5 and still 5 to go. With 2 minutes left to go in this ball game. Clock just continues to run. It's a running clock here after the 35-point separation. But Mountain View has also been very deliberate now in getting her plays off after taking about 18 to 20 seconds off the play clock. Tyler Watts, their quarterback, gets it. Is it the fly gear? Oh, he got crunched. Fly gear got crunched.
He didn't get started that time.
No, he did not.
Wow.
And getting underneath them again for the Salem Tigers, Hunter Shaw. Hunter got underneath there. He just bellowed him. A loss of a yard, Rick. 3rd and 6. Yes, Mountain View can get a first down at the 1. Watts and Flygear are just kind of chatting out there, waiting for the coach to send them in the sign.
Oh, yeah, give me a play, coach.
Yeah, we can run it ourselves. Probably could. 3rd down and 7. Snap is back, keeping it himself up the middle all the way through and in the end zone is Tyler Watts for the touchdown. Tyler Watts from the 8-yard line. Watts, 8-yard run with 52 seconds left to go.
The freshman quarterback, huh, Stan?
Yes, he is. 54 to 7. I can't remember, Rick, the last time Salem has gotten this shellac.
No, definitely not at home.
Well, I know they're not going to go for anything back there. They're going to go for a 2-point conversion. I don't know why you're putting a guy back there. I think he's going to take a knee.
Might be going to take a knee. Let's see.
Still a 2-point conversion. Snap. Come on, let it go.
Yeah, he did.
Takes a knee. So the 2-point conversion fails.
Let it go. Okay, ball game.
54, counted 54 to 7. Mountain View beats the Salem Tigers. And Rick, boy, think about this one.
Ooh-wee, Stan. It's going to be hard to recover from this one.
Watts, the 8-yard run. And the 2-point conversion, we're going to say, fails. And 54 to 7, the final score here with Mountain View and Salem. We're going to take a 3-minute break and come back and start wrapping things up. You are listening to Salem Tiger Football on KSMO Radio, watching it on Fidelity, Local 6.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for the Missouri way of life. We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. For starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for building a life in Missouri and then going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you've built is protected, we're for you.
I'm Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Dent County, I've got you covered.
Did you know there's a community health center in Rolla that offers medical, dental, and behavioral health? Your community health center is focused on you. We offer high-quality, patient-centered care to everyone in our community. From dental cleanings to back-to-school physicals, your community health center is here for your family. To schedule your next appointment, call 573-426-6718 for the dental clinic and 573-426-4455 for medical. Building your community, your health.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
At
K&H Auto Supply, get Krylon Rust Tough Paint for $4.99 each. You can also get the Performance Tool Spray Gun for $69.99 and pick up JB Weld, Quick Weld, and the original, just $6.99 each. Stop by K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store right here in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for road trips. We're for covering as much ground as possible on 2, 4, or 18 wheels. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, pickup trucks, and dump trucks. We're for displaying Missouri plates like medals of pride. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck behind a tractor on a 2-lane highway. And if you're a Missouri driver, we have an auto policy for you.
I'm Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Dayton County, I've got you covered.
Here at Riverways Federal Credit Union, our mission is to be your hometown financial institution, providing versatile solutions and making a positive difference in our members' lives. Riverways Federal Credit Union offers home, business, and farm loans along with great rates on checking, savings, and CDs. We commit ourselves to the credit union philosophy of people helping people, adding value to the financial lives of our members, families, and communities. Visit us today at riverwaysfcu.org or one of our locations in Rolla or Salem. Riverways Federal Credit Union, a positively different financial institution. Member NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
Don't sweat it later. Maintain your hay equipment today at Salem Farm Equipment. They'll perform a thorough inspection of your equipment so you have no surprises come next hay season. Stop by Salem Farm Equipment today, located on Highway 19 South here at Salem, or give them a call at 729-3458. Salem Farm Equipment. Stop by or call today.
See you, brother. Oh, you bet. Welcome back to Salem High School football field after the Salem Tigers lose it tonight to Mountain View, Rick, in a game that, well, I don't know how else to say it. It was dominated by Mountain View 54-7. Closest this game was 14-7, just a few seconds into the second quarter, but it was Mountain View after that all the way. They scored the last 6 touchdowns, count them, 6 touchdowns of the game, and won it 54-7 in this one. And Tigers fall to 3-5 on the year, and 2-4 in the SCA. Of course, the SCA situation right now doesn't mean much, but that 3-5 does. Tigers right now can best finish at 4-5, and no chance of getting in the fourth place, obviously now, whatsoever. But now you got to worry about possibly falling out of fifth place and going to sixth.
That's true.
Now, if you have a Kabul team coming in here that can that has played not bad this year, they got some wins. Yeah. You started out the year 3-0.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
they did start out
3-0. You got to keep that in mind. This Kabul Bulldog team can come in here, and the Tigers right now hopefully aren't feeling down on themselves to where, Rick, they're going to come out and lay an egg.
Yeah, you got to be ready to go.
Got to be ready to go.
You bet.
Anyway, tonight it was all Mountain View, 54-7, and we're going to tell you about how much more Mountain View it was. Rick, give us some of those stats from the game.
All right, we'll start out with their leading carrier tonight. Standing in the rushing attack here is going to be Seth Stevens. He had 20 carries for 98 yards. Jeff Corman Stan had 8 carries for 49 yards. The Austin Flygare stand come in, Greg Flygare, okay?
Flygare.
Okay, had 6 carries for 31 yards. Tyler Watts had 6 carries for 23 yards. Atkins stand had 3 carries for just 5 yards. Ackland did. So they ended up with 232 yards of rushing in this game.
The Marshall boy, 26 yards?
Yeah, and Marshall boy with 26 carries for 26 yards. He never had a carry in the second half.
No, he didn't go out there second half.
No, he didn't.
It's really kind of odd because Corman started the game.
Then he
came out. Marshall went in, and then Marshall never came back out, but didn't go in the second half.
No, he did not. Yeah, exactly right.
Interesting play.
Yeah.
But the passing attack for Mountain View is just as potent as the running attack, if not more.
Yeah, you're right, Stan. And the second half here, Jarris Ackland Stan only put the ball up twice. He completed both passes. He ended up on the night with he was 15 for 21 with 1 INT, Stan, and but he threw for a total of 272 yards. So they ended up with a total of 504 yards on the night.
A lot of offense, Rick.
A lot of
and
offense.
a couple of short fields on top of that, too.
True. That is true.
All right, now they also had 20 first downs in the game, and they had 4 penalties for 25 yards, 1 INT, as Rick did point out, in the game. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the Salem Tigers.
Okay.
The numbers in the first half, not bad, Rick. Not terrible. Not terrible. Even though they were down by a score of 35-7, 133 yards rushing is not all that bad. But no yards passing. But then when you get a total of only 18 yards.
18 yards in the second half. Yeah, you're right, Stan. Yeah, we'll start out with leading carry tonight. Stan's going to be Chandler Gray. He had 6 carries for 91 yards. Nick Holliday had 1 carry for 20 yards. Tristan Newman had 6 carries for 17 yards. Caden Camden had 5 carries for 13 yards. And then Jimmy Barton came in and had 1 carry for -4 yards. Bradley Gover had 1 carry for -1 yard, and Devin Atkinson Stan had 1 carry for 5 yards, so they just ended up with 151 yards of rushing and total offense for the night.
2 first downs.
Wow.
1 in each half for the Salem Tigers. They had 1 fumble and 1 interception, 2 penalties for 10 yards on the game. Salem loses it by a score of 54-7, and we'll come back in 1 minute, give you the scoring in this one, and wrap it up from the Salem High School football field. 54-7, Mountain View wins it here at Salem, Missouri. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Football at KSMO. Watching it on Fidelity Local 6.
Country Mart Pharmacy in Salem has 3 different types of flu shots. Flu Zone Quad is recommended for all ages. Flu Block Quad is recommended for 50 to 60 years of age, and Flu Zone High Dose is recommended for 65 years and over. There's no copay on Medicare and Medicaid, and some private insurance is accepted. The flu shots are administered by a certified registered pharmacist. For more information about the flu shots, call Country Mart Pharmacy in Salem at 729-4091.
At the Bank of Salem, keeping your accounts safe and secure is our highest priority. We're adding text fraud alerts as part of our debit card protection program. If Shazam, our debit card processor, suspects fraudulent activity on your debit card, you may be alerted via text message or phone call. Ask a Bank of Salem employee today. Remember, we will never request card or account information via text, phone, or email. The Bank of Salem, putting our customers first since 1883. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Salem High School football field. Stan Stevens and Rick Hoyt with you here. Wrapping things up as the Tigers lose to Mountain View 54-7. Mountain View got the opening kickoff and walked down the field. Rick took them 3 minutes and 44 seconds on a Stevens 30-yard run, and the Ackland point after made it 7-0, and you knew this could be a long night. The Tiger defense couldn't slow them down. But normally Mountain View does this on a passing attack. Most of this first drive was all rush.
Yep. You're exactly right.
Tigers got the ball back, really couldn't do anything with it, and then they kicked it back to Mountain View, and again they went on a long drive with just 23 seconds left to go in the first quarter. A Stevens 2-yard run after a real nice throw, a couple of nice throws by Ackland on this drive, on the second drive, and Stevens easily in for the touchdown. Ackland's point after made it 14-0 at the end of one quarter. Tigers did come back, first play of the second quarter. On a Gray 77-yard run, a real nice run by Chandler. He bounced off 2 linebackers, was able to do a little pirouette or turn around or stutter step or whatever you want to call it.
He got loose.
He got loose, and they couldn't catch him. Holiday's point after and made it 14-7. Rick, at that time, the defense had to come out and really just shut down Mountain View. They could not do it. And on the next drive, Mountain View came back at the 8:37 mark, a holding 14-yard pass from Ackland. They couldn't have beaten that pass. That was a perfect pass in the corner of the end zone. Ackland's point after made it 21-7. Tigers got the ball back, fumbled it, but then the Tigers were able to intercept the pass from Ackland and get the ball back. But then the Tigers threw their own interception. Just those 3 turnovers on basically, a minute and 40 seconds, something like that.
Sure.
And the Mountain View Liberty Eagles scored off that interception, a Foster 7-yard pass from Ackland after a beautiful 34, 39-yard pass to stretch down the right corner.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a nice pass. Anyway, the pass to Foster, Ackland's point after 28-0. It looked like that's the way the half was going to end, but the Tigers' offense just couldn't get the job done. They punted with the ball back at about the 34-yard line, and a one-play holding to just a little down-and-out pass, caught a down-and-out pass from Ackland. The defender got him all but down, but never got his knee down, and Holden kept that leg up and then rolled off the defender, and then raced it 66 yards for a touchdown. at the 1:11 mark left to go in the second quarter. 35-7 at halftime. Tigers got the opening kickoff. Couldn't do anything with it. They had to punt the ball back to Mountain View. They came down and scored a Stevens 1-yard run at the 5:30 mark of the third quarter. Rick, we knew it was pretty much over from there. 42-7 at that point. And then Kornman on a 4-yard run with 3 seconds left in the third quarter made it 48-7. And then as the second teams were out there for the latter part of the game, a Watts 8-yard run, 54-7 as a 2-point conversion failed. Salem falls to 3-5 on the year. Mountain View 5-3 on the year. Salem 2-4 in the SCA. Mountain View 4-2 in the SCA. And the final regular season week is next week. Salem will host Kabul senior night. Rick, the Tigers, you're going to have to do some soul searching now, aren't you?
You bet. You're going to have to regroup, Stan. Like I say, you got to put this behind you, and you got to come out and you've got to put a good effort in. Because, like I say, Kabul's going to come in here, Stan. They're going to want to win this ball game pretty bad. And like I say, Sam's got to regroup, come out, play hard, and see what happens.
For Jim back at the station, for Matt and Chris on the Fidelity side, and for Rick, I'm Stan Stevens. Thanking all of you for joining us for Tiger football. Not what you want to hear on the homecoming night, I guess to say.
No.
Kristen Golden was crowned a homecoming queen, but it probably wasn't much. If she's a sports fan, so I don't know if it probably didn't mean too much to her to get that queen when you get beat that bad. But again, the Tigers will have to regroup for next Friday night. We'll be back 6:30 with Tiger Talk. Hopefully, we had a little issue with Tiger Talk. We do apologize for that, and we'll hopefully have that corrected by next week. Anyway, right here on KSMO Radio, thank you for joining us on 1340 AM KSMO and Fidelity Local 6. Good night from the high school football field.
Right now at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem, you can save on CRC Mass Airflow Sensor Cleaner for $5.99. True wireless earbuds with recharging case for only $29.99. Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil, $18.99 for the 5-quart jug or $3.99 a quart. And 3M Quick Repairs for $3.99. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store, 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free.
Did you know there's a community health center in Rolla that offers medical, dental, and behavioral health? Your community health center is focused on you. We offer high-quality, patient-centered care to everyone in our community. From dental cleanings to back-to-school physicals, your community health center is here for your family. To schedule your next appointment, call 573-426-6718 for the dental clinic and 573-426-4455 for medical. Building your community, your health.
Do you need service or parts for your vehicle? Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla has GM-trained technicians to work on your vehicle, and they also carry high-quality GM parts. Fairground Auto Plaza has a state-of-the-art service department featuring the latest in diagnostic equipment and highly trained technicians that can keep your vehicle running the way it should. Fairground Auto Plaza is ready to take care of your car, truck, or SUV. No matter what type of service your vehicle needs, stop by Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla today, where Chevy finds new roads.
The Salem Memorial District Hospital is proud to announce the donation of a new mammography machine offering digital 3D images. This latest technology allows for better detection, a lower dose of radiation, pristine images for superior accuracy for women with dense breast, and more. The SMDH Radiology Department is accepting appointments now for women who would like a mammogram. Just call 729-6626 and ask for me, Julie Malone. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Thanks for joining us for Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO Radio AM 1340 and online at KSMORadio.com. Salem Tiger Sports has been proudly brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, K&H Auto Supply, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto Supply, the Salem Memorial District Hospital, Town and Country Bank, Fairground Auto Plaza, Your Community Health, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Salem Farm Equipment, Knight Auto Care, Progressive Ozark Bank, Edward Jones, Fleming Variety, the City of Salem, Town and Country Insurance, Larson Collision Center and Rental Cars, Tax Masters, Common Grounds Bistro, Farmers Insurance, Looking Glass Salon, Haven Motors, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Whitaker Building Supply, Victor Heating and Cooling, Quick Tan, VIP Real Estate, Rainbow Siding, SBU of Salem, Dr. Emmett Reary DOC, Mowbray Excavating, D&D Supply, American Family Insurance, Conway Construction, and Your World Today. Join us again next time for Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO Radio and online at ksmoradio.com.